secret. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be getting into a movement that we know and others know. What in the world?
It's going to be a long night.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to get into a movement that we call the bird. Now this movement has 3 different progressions and Chelsea's going to talk about those now.
First thing we're going to do is half wrap up onto the shoulder. Once we get comfortable with getting the bird onto the shoulder, we'll start to rotate it. The second transition is going to be going up into the air. Once we get comfortable there, we're going to start to rotate it, and then last but not least, half a wrap out.
And that's that. So make sure you get a little stretch in and we're going to get right to it.
This lift actually starts and ends with half a wrap. We're not going to go into any detail for those in this video because we already made a video for it. If you want to check that out first, we'll put a link in the video. Here is the first position that we are going to shoot for. This is going to be the easiest way to perfect your bird. So for the flyer especially, you have to create a strong back and get comfortable with where your weight is. This position also has an easy exit. You just reverse the same movement that you did to get up onto the shoulder. Once we achieve the wrap and we get into this position, what's important for the flyer is to keep your chest up high, squeezing your shoulder blades together and lifting your arms. From the side, you're going to see once I get there, I'm lifting my chest up high, engaging my back, engaging my glutes and legs. Sometimes we don't get all the way up into the lift. We lean forward. The guy is going to be able to support you. Brandon will talk about that in a second. And sometimes we let our legs drop too low and we have to readjust. The goal here is just to find your balance. And again, once you're finished, just reverse that action to come out of it.
It's important that we don't try and muscle the flyer up here, but that we just provide guidance and support. So it's not solely about strength, but it's about being steady so that the flyer can assist in getting up on the shoulder. Keep in mind that not every attempt is going to go smoothly, but instead of giving up on the movement and coming out of it, there are some adjustments that can be made in the air. For instance, if we place the flyer too far forward on the shoulder and she's falling forward, we can assist with our right hand underneath the shoulder until they regain their balance. Now let's say the flyer has ended up too far backwards. In this case, all we have to do is add a little bit of pressure to the small of the back until they find their balance again. When adding rotation to the bird, it's important that you take advantage of the upswing of the flyer to the shoulder. Think of it like you're chasing her around rather than pedaling with the feet to move the partnership around. Now that you've learned how to rotate, let's advance the movement by learning how to press it up into the hands and get it even higher. Hand placement is going to be in the underarm of the flyer, so where the back of the arm meets the back of her body, that's where you're going to place the hands. Your fingers are going to be on the back of her arm, the thumbs are going to be on the front part of the shoulder, and you're going to press firmly. You're going to start with the right or the free hand, and then the hand that's on the small of the back is going to come in secondary. From here you can press straight up overhead.
As a flyer, you want to wait for the base's timing. Once he's placed his hands, you're going to send your shoulders down into his hands, lifting your chest up high, and in a second here you're going to see a not so pretty Chelsea. Drooping into your shoulders is not an option. Do not do this because as you can see it's not very flattering and it feels a little bit heavy for the base to hold you up high. If you let your shoulders go to your ears, what ends up happening is your base is doing all of the work for you. It may take a couple of tries to build up the strength in your back to lift your chest up high like this, so don't get frustrated with it and just keep trying.
Before we get into rotation, we're going to talk about how to end this movement. So essentially we're going to end this bird with a full wrap, getting the lady to the front of the chest. We have a whole video with a link in the description for this, so go ahead and check that video out for information there. When rotating in the full press, focus on sending the flyer and letting your body follow after her, not using the feet to pedal around because there's not going to be very much strength in that.
This is when the flyer finally gets to fly. So I'm keeping my chest and legs engaged, lifted up high, and it's definitely going to help with that rotation.
What we demonstrate here is a simple exit that you can perform before you learn the full wrap. Thank you for watching, guys. We hope you found this video helpful. Make sure that you're taking your time through the progressions and that you get each progression before you move on to the next step for safety's sake. Do it for safety.
Be safe. You're out there. doing these birds. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you have any questions or if you have suggestions on what you want to see next.